It just so happened to be one of the best books of the week.
Oh yeah,
great.
Dude, I made the mistake of reading Batman before DCeased, and I'm actually kind of glad I read it that way and not the other way around, because I probably would have been more mad.
DCeased, written by Tom Taylor, art by Trevor Hairsine, excuse me, Stefano Guadiano, Rainier Beredo, Rain. That's a cool name. Letters by, is this no, it's not a new name. Seda Temafonte. Have we said them before?
I don't know if you said it like that.
Appreciate it, Gaumer. Thanks. So in this book, you got Ray Palmer and Captain Atom. They're trying to figure out how to stop this. I guess it would be a pandemic at this point. But the Atom gets infected, who in turn infects Captain Atom, who basically makes him a neutron bomb. And then we see that everyone is getting reunited on the rooftop. Sans John Kent. I think I said that right. But we got Martha Kent, Superman, Lois Lane, Johnny Kent, Damian, Ollie, and the new Green Lantern, Dinah Lance.
Green Canary. I love that they're calling her that.
Taka. That's not a canary.
Yeah.
They're able to finally get their message out to any of the remaining heroes. And then we get a Giganta shows up, all Stay Puft Marshmallow Man style,
right?
And it's just classic with Superman. We might can save her, and then Cyborg makes a tunnel out of her head.
That's awesome, dude.
The only thing I thought would have been best about that is if that happened, but when he did it, all the splatter hit all the heroes that were just standing there.
Yeah.
It would have been funny, inappropriate for the tone of the story, but I
don't know. I think it might have worked.
It
reminded me of the Civil War moment where Ragnarok takes out Goliath.
Yeah, but a nice big. So I guess this is, we've learned now that Cyborg is not officially infected. I guess
he's fixed himself.
He ran. He must have ran Norton anti-spyware on the system, or he was using he was using a VPN while he was in captivity or whatever. Captain Atom is about to detonate, and Superman and Wonder Woman try to prevent it so it's not wiping out all of Washington. Oh yeah, and Harley and Ivy are in this too, and they hold hands.
Dude, you missed the greatest part for me was Alfred shows up.
Oh, it's the emotions. I skipped over the emotional stuff.
Yeah, I don't even think it was an emotional moment, I guess, but
they're
sort of preluding that Damian's going to be Batman later on in this series. Can't wait for that.
I love that, man.
I like those little like keys inside the briefcase. There's like a Green Lantern one and Wonder Woman one. And it's like, are those like last protocol like USB drives? You know what I mean? Like, what are those?
I can't wait.
I'm making a lot of claims.
Saying digital, can they really use it?
As long as it's a closed network, I think so.
Dude, it'd be nuts if like things go even more wrong, where everyone, including like Wonder Woman, Superman, everyone gets infected, and it's up to Damian to use that briefcase and those things that Batman gave him to stop everyone.
I love Superman using his X-ray vision all the time so he doesn't see a screen. I like that little angle.
Dude, I love how everybody's worried. What if Superman got infected? How in the crap are you going to stop him? Yeah. And then you got the Flash hiding because he's like, what if we get infected? Yeah. Who's going to stop us if we're infected? I love it, man. This is dark. It's dark. There's no hope. Everybody's dying. It's depressing, and that's why Boogie loves it. I'm calling it now, dude. This is the best miniseries of 2019. It's freaking amazing.
Very well could be the book of the week.
Could be.
I have it in my notes. This is the best new thing out of DC this year by far.
Yeah,
because it's different, but it's because you can do whatever you want with it. That's what we say all the time.
He's like, he's got a little DC sandbox that he can do whatever he wants, and he's doing just amazingly cool things.
He just now retweeted the link for this, so maybe he's in the live chat too. Tom Taylor, if you're there.
Oh man, yeah, we can get you right in for a 30-second interview.
We can send you the link. We'll just cancel everything else.
I've seen people like post their top 10 list of books the new books that came out, and if DCeased isn't on there, it blows my mind.
Yeah,
I think it's good, and I feel like it's so good. If anyone out there actually looks at previews as to what's coming out in the future, it's obvious that Marvel is copying this. You can copy
of a copy of a copy. Though.
Yeah,
well,
dude, it's
hot now. You know, they got DC made it popular again, so they want to.
But Marvel ran their Marvel Zombies into the ground.
This is supposed to be like a different Marvel zombie story, totally set apart, like a reboot.
And let's talk about that. You said Marvel ran theirs into the ground.
Yeah,
and that's what I've got in my notes here. Is I think I was a little upset at first that it's a miniseries, but the more I think about it, that's what it needs to be. You don't need to keep it. Doesn't need to be ongoing. I know they're doing that one shot, and maybe they're going to try to keep things going after that. I don't think it needs it. I think it would be one of those stories that we talk about for years if they do 6 issues and shut it down.
I wish DCeased kept going forever, though. I mean, Tom Taylor's so good at building a world. Like Injustice, he kept that going forever, and I would buy every issue if this continued forever.
The thing they
did
with
sorry, going on one more thing. Like to go back to the Marvel Zombies thing. Recently, they had that one-off that came out, and no one bought that. No one cared. Right. It was until you have a good story that made people care. So now they're kind of coming back with that.
Yeah, and they're doing 2 of them. They're doing not only are they doing the Marvel Zombies. What's the name of it?
It's a one shot.
What I forget the name. One shot, but they're also doing the other thing. The other what's the event called? Infection or something?
That's different. It's Contagion, but that's totally different. Yeah,
but it's still kind of the
I agree with you.
Infected heroes and villains and stuff, and it's like they're obviously even. It's like I feel like Marvel ran their Marvel Zombies into the ground. Then we got this Tom Taylor thing, DCeased, which is not just zombies. It's not zombies like Marvel's was. It's actual kind of a different gimmick going on.
Yeah,
with the technology and everything. And now we're seeing this stuff with Marvel coming back out with Contagion and stuff. It's like it's obvious. They're going to try to take off on what DC is doing with this.
Well, that goes both ways though. You know, they're always stealing from each other. If you go back to the
I'll call it out each time.
No, and you should. You should. Yeah. But if you go back to the first Marvel Zombies, it was great. It had a cool ending that ended with, a galactic spin on it. And then they went back to that well. And that's the problem. They keep going back to the well until it's dry. And then it makes that first batch of water. You forget all about it, even though it was so good and refreshing and delicious.
Yeah, the first Marvel Zombies
it was great.
Story arc was awesome.
It was so good, dude. Such cool moments. And that's what they're doing here with this DCeased. They're putting these cool little moments seeded into this bigger story. But I think you're right. And that DCeased certainly has the possibility to go down that same road. But it's Tom Taylor. Injustice should have ended after one arc, dude. And he ended up getting like 3 volumes out of that. So I don't know.